Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today we're continuing looking at decks that feature Cherrim with a Toedscruel EX deck. Now, Cherrim has the Spring Bloom ability to stage 1 ADHP. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a Grass Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. So we play a 2 Cherrim, 3 of the basic Cherubis, and then we are going to be powering up Toedscruel, except wait, didn't Spring Bloom say we can't attach to any rule box Pokemon? And we cannot, but it's a stage 1. So therefore, well, we have 3 Toedscruel EXs. We have 4 of the Toedschools. So we need to do the acceleration to the Toedschools in the first place, right? That's what we do, as well as actually our other non-grass Pokemon as well at times, right? Because Toedscruel EX, 2 things. 1, Colony Rush does 80 damage plus 40 more damage for each bench Pokemon that has any grass energy attached. So we want to get grass energy on all of our bench Pokemon, ideally, right? 1 energy on each, then we're getting 5 times 40, 200, so doing 280, and that is kind of the magic number, so that's super nice there, 280. And of course, there are some very strong grass weak decks around, decks that are weak to grass, so grass is a very nice type right now. And then the Protective Mycelium ability is nice as well. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to all your Pokemon that have energy attached. That means up against Roaring Moon, which is weak to us, which is super awesome. They can't one-shot us because we're at 270 HP, and they can't use the attack that just knocks out a Pokemon because that's an effect of an attack, right? It doesn't stop damage, but effect. So that doesn't work against us. They can't place damage counters on our Pokemon that have grass attack with like Sableye, so even protects the bench with that. Super, super nice there. And things like Giratina V-Star can't use the one-shotting attack. Now the knock us out with 280, but they have to lost zone 2 energy each time, so they can't rely on that one turn where they only need 2 energies to attack. They need 3 in lost zone every turn, so that's a big plus there as well. So a nice option there. And then we play 1 copy of the single prize Toedscruel because of we can attack with it, but that's not really why it's here. There may be deck times we want to do that, but it is here for Slime Mold Colony ability. Cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their hand by an effect of your opponent's abilities or trainer cards. So that particularly is good against Chien-Pao and Goldengo EX decks that want to use Super Rod in particular to get energies back from the discard pile into your hand. Also, they can't use Klara to get cards back into hand, so it is useful. It's not going to be wanting to play in every game, but it's there as an option. Very, very nice to have. Okay, because of we have the Cherrims and stuff getting things up, we do play 1 copy of Manaphy. We need to give some bench protection in games. The engine is a 2-2 Bibarel, nice and simple there. And then 1 copy of Mew Mysterious Tails ability. Once during your turn, if it's in the active spot, look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal an item, put it into your hand. We have the energy acceleration, so we can attach an energy to it, retreat, and still hopefully power up another attacker. So just, it's nice having the Mew in this deck. I do like it in this deck for sure. And energies, we're just playing 11 basic grass energies because we want to have energies to accelerate. We want energies to get on all of our Pokemon that are in play. And yeah, so I think 11 seems to be a pretty good number. 10 to 12 is where you want to be. I think 11 is adequate. Okay, what do we have for trainer cards? We got a lot of ways to get these Pokemon in play because we need to fill up our bench with a variety of Pokemon. 4 Battle VIP Pass, always want to hit that turn 1. 3 Artazon, we want to bump past to the peak, and we also want to get those Pokemon onto the bench. 3 Level Balls, which is generally better than Nest Ball. The only Pokemon it doesn't get, it's a basic, no, it gets all of them, sorry. So it gets all of our basic Pokemon. So Level Ball is better than Nest Ball in this deck. And it also gets us our Cherrim, so Level Ball over Nest Ball. And then 4 Ultra Balls. That's the only way to get the Bibarels and the Toedscruel EXs. Okay, so that's all the Pokemon search here. 1 copy of Klara, which Toedscruel messes up with, but that's not our problem. Put up to 2 Pokemon and or 2 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. And then we have two Super Rods, shuffle up to 3 Pokemon and or basic energy from the discard pile into your deck. Now, Toedscool, is it Toedscool? No, Toedscruel does not stop that if your opponent plays that card, because it doesn't go to hand, it goes into deck. So just be aware of that. One superior energy retrieval, because we need to get energies back into hand as well to accelerate. And then 2 Earthen Vessels. Very good card there. I'm just taking a look at the list. I've tweaked it around some. Okay, no Letter of Encouragement. That could go in the deck as well, but deck space is a bit tight here as I'm looking through it. I remember why I made some of these decisions. Okay, 1 Escape Rope. That's the only switching card. Some decks play Switch and Escape Rope or multiple Escape Rope. Some decks don't play any Switch because you can accelerate to the non-rule box and then retreat. I think the 1 rope, I like that, just to have one switching card, and it can force our opponent to switch, which sometimes is a good thing. All right, just supporters now. 3 Colress Experiment, a really good engine piece. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, 3 into your hand, 2 into the lost zone. So just a nice draw engine there. 4 Iono, see a bunch of new cards, 6 new cards early game. Put your opponent to a small hand, hopefully late game, so always very good there. Mention the 1 Klara, and then 2 Boss's Orders, because that is super good. Certainly would like a Pal Pad or a counter catcher on a deck like this, but as I'm looking, I just don't see the deck space. What would I cut? Maybe I could cut the Escape Rope and do something else with that, but I'm pretty happy with this 60. Those are just some of the thoughts of what I would like to do for the list. I've seen some lists that play 4 Toedscruel EXs, because since it's an EX, it's a different name than the single prize Toedscruel, but and some decks don't play the single prize Toedscruel. Those are just some of the options you have. You could go to 2 Cherubis, but getting this set up so important. I think having the 3 is the right way to go. So anyway, that's the deck. Talked about some of the options with it as well. So let's take a look on the ladder and see what we can get out of the deck. All right, let's see what happens here. Hopefully, we'd like to go first because we're an evolution-based deck. Okay, we get to go first, but now it reduces the odds of our hitting Battle VIP Pass. That's the one downside, right? Because we do need to get multiple things turn 1. Ideally, we need a Cherubi down. All right, we're taking a mulligan. Not ideal, but hey, the big thing is we need a good hand to get set up, right? We need a Cherubi down. We need a Toedscool down. It'd be nice to get a Bidoof down. Having a Mew in the active isn't bad. Partly it gets us a draw to look for a card, which is good, and it also okay. Well, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah, that's all I can say. This is bad. Yeah. Okay. Oh, got a cough there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. My opponent is choosing to draw from the mulligan. I assume they're going to draw, and I think it was just 1 mulligan. So did they not draw? Anyway. Okay. So this is not good, right? So should I ditch both energies? I think I'm going to attach an energy. I'm going to get Cherrim onto the bench. A Cherubi onto the bench, which isn't bad. Attached to my active guy with the energy and see what happens here. Hopefully I don't get knocked out, right? So I will use Toedscruel next turn, use Colress Experiment. I should be able to attack. I do 80, which may get me a prize anyway. I might not need more than that. And I don't, at 270 HP, these stage 1 EXs are pretty good, right? The HP makes it tough to get one shot, but the stage 1s are a lot easier to set up than the stage 2s, I gotta say. So in some ways, the stage 1 is a sweet spot. The basics, of course, are even better. All right, so up against the Chien-Pao deck. So if I can get the single prize Toedscruel set up, I'm going to really cause my opponent trouble. I didn't pay attention to whether he's prized or not, so that was a mistake. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I need to evolve to Toedscruel, and then I need to hope my opponent doesn't knock me out. All right, those are some of the things that need to happen. So they're going to swing into Chien-Pao, so they get some energies into hand. We'll see what happens. Okay, they just passed. They should have drawn their energies, right? Which they could have done, and I don't know why they didn't, I gotta say. All right, so you're awesome. Do I just want these 2 energies? Actually, you're not awesome, because I don't have the basic for you. This is kind of terrible, isn't it? Yeah, this is terrible. Okay, so I think I'm just going to hit into them. And that's about going to be it, right? I don't know, next turn, I guess. And we'll see what happens. This is not good, right? Not good. The single prize Toedscruel can win me the game, or at least I mean it will cause them a ton of trouble. So, oh, okay, that's the stage one. The stage one, okay, right? He's the guy from Frigibax, the Arctabax. So they're not going to take a knockout, which is really good for me. Yes, this is good. So 80, I do plus I attach for 120. So I probably attach this energy to the Cherubi just to increase my damage, I think. And then hopefully I hit something with Iono. I have two Bibarels in the deck, in the deck I started with. I don't know if there's two Bibarels in my current deck, though. I don't know if the one's prized or not. Again, I didn't pay attention to that, so I should have, right? I should have. I am, you know, obviously getting rid of the Battle VIP Pass after turn one's always correct basically always right. And certainly for this deck, I think it's probably always right. So, all right. I mean, if I can pull off the knockout here, I mean, life is really good. So I think I'm gonna bench the Manaphy. I don't love. Yeah, I want the Manaphy to protect from Radiant Greninja. And you know what? He's just really good, really good. So, I mean, I need a Pokemon to attach energy to. That's what I need to do. That's all right. He's not all that good. I need to accelerate energy this turn, which is not going to happen. I'm not going to get the knockout. I could, you know what? I think I'm going to Pokestop because if I need to get, I need Ultra Ball or, okay, so that's not great. Oh, what did I lose? So I lost the Toedscruel, which I need, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about that yet. So I'm going to attack. It's not great. So my Cherubi's protected, which is very important. Yeah, I needed to get that knockout, I think. They may have the knockout this turn, right? I mean, they have to get down a Baxcalibur, and then it's 6 times. How many energy do they need? 5, I think, right? Yeah, 4. Oh no, just 6 times. Yeah, they need 5 energies, so they need to attach 4 more. Which is okay. All right, getting back another Frigibax is good for them. I mean, getting down to the Frigibax, so they have because they want to get 2 Baxcaliburs in play, right? So that I can't boss and knock their only one out of play, the only they have out. So okay, I mean, I was going to Iono anyway. So I mean, I would have attached an energy from hand first, but okay, this is good. This is good. Mm-hmm. So I have 1 energy. I mean, it's not great, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Having the I needed Manaphy down. I think I need a barrel down as well. Okay, Iron Hands, but all right. I mean, they're not looking like they're gonna get the knockout here. And that's super awesome. So, which means, I mean, they might. Now we'll see what they have at this point. I mean, they need Baxcalibur and they need 3 more energies. Oh, they haven't used their ability yet, though, right? So they have Rare Candy, which is good for them, but they just need the stage 2 because they already have a stage 1 that they can evolve from this turn. So they're getting back the energy. What they don't have at the moment is a Baxcalibur. So I don't know. All right, get rid of Iron Hands, which is probably correct. I mean, they're not using him for Toedscruel, probably. They could boss and take some extra prizes that way. So they're attacking. Okay, and they're going to get rid of both energies because I'm going to knock them out. They know that's coming, so that's okay. So I will get down a Toedscruel. I think I want to get down another Cherubi. I think. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm not wrong, but could be. So And I will attach, I'll attach here. So just building up my damage levels, right? Getting the energy spread around. So 200 damage is good. I need more. I need one more energy, right, to one shot the Chien-Pao. But obviously, I assume they're going to knock out my active Toedscruel, so I need this. Actually, they're thinking they're not going to take the knockout, I guess, right? I mean, they didn't have the Excalibur, and maybe they didn't have. Maybe they don't have a good supporter in hand. Because if they had a solid supporter, I would have thought they would have sent up the Chien-Pao. So cross switcher, so they might be able to use that, and then in which case I'm very glad I got down this Cherubi, right? The Manaphy, yeah, I think I had. I wish I had room for another Toedscool on the bench. Is what I wish, because I want another Toedscruel EX, and I want to get the single prize Toedscruel down as well. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, right? But I mean, I could. All right, well, I have. Okay, so. Well, this is good. Right now I'm doing 200, right? So do I want to, how do I want to work this? All right, I'm going to, let's see, I have another Toedscruel EX. It's not a bad hand here. Do I want to boss? That's my question. I could boss, and I could take the knockout of the Chien-Pao. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab some energies, accelerate one energy, which isn't great, and unfortunately, it's going to. I'll put it on Bidoof. So now I'm doing 240, but you know what? I'll take out the Chien-Pao with the energy, grab 2 more prizes, go up by 4 prizes, which of course is super nice. And yeah, I draw 2 cards. Okay, they conceded off that. So they were in a hole for sure. I mean, I had no hand. I was going to draw 2 cards for prizes, and I was going to top deck. So anyway, so got the W there, which was nice. So right, the deck working pretty well for sure. And you know, what do I did? Did I make the right bench choices in that game? I'm not certain. That's where that last match got very tricky, but the deck came through. All right, let's see what happens. This game got a W last game against Chien-Pao. I'm still trying to think through whether I played that game correct or not. I'd like to go first if I can. As an evolution deck, my opponent probably wants to go first, but I don't know. You know, there may be a go second deck, and if they do want to go second, though, then I need to think they're going to knock out my active Pokemon, so that will influence what I put in the active spot. Right? You go second this format, which is what they chose to do because they're planning on taking a knockout, I assume. All right, so well, I'm gonna start Manaphy. Fancy that, because I have no choice whatsoever. So I can Artazon, get down a Toedscool, and attach an energy, right? So this, yeah, this can be good for me. This can be good. So, I mean, you know, there's other things I'd like to get in play here, but I think I need to do this, this, and this, and end turn. So, yeah, I'm like this is pretty good. So, I don't know that the other Toedscool helps with this. I'm trying to think, is there anything they want to recover into hand? I mean, they might want a Klara, which is helpful, but they're not, you know, a deck that, like a low HP deck that plays Rescue Carry, which is the type of thing I enjoy a lot, but they're not the strongest decks in general. But that, of course, would get disrupted by the single prize Toedscruel. And obviously, getting the energies back is what some of the stronger decks want to do. That you can disrupt there. Just one copy though of the Toedscruel, single price Toedscruel, I think is all you want, because you're not always going to want it, right? So I need to get. I kind of wish I didn't have the Manaphy in play. No, I wish I didn't, but I'm glad to have him in the active if something's going to get knocked out. I can't accelerate energy to anything else, so they can't one-shot my Toedscruel EX, though. That's the good thing. So if they knock out my active, I can probably attack with Toedscruel EX. If the stadium stays in play, though, that's a big plus because I need to get a Cherubi down, I think. I'll Colress first, see what I get. So Brute Bonnet, they want to poison me, which is fine. I mean, they can attack with it too. I don't know if they're going to. So they have an energy. They could accelerate with Dark Patch. They could also use Professor Sada's Vitality if they have that in hand. Did they use a supporter, though? I don't think so. Okay, well, then they just passed. So it wasn't a great turn for me, but it was a terrible turn. All right, I'm going to bench this Cherubi so I don't forget. He's going into play, right? I know I criticized my opponent saying, why did they make that play? All right, I'll give up on the Mew because I want these other pieces. That's what I'll say. Okay, well, this is pretty good. This is actually very good. I cannot... So I'm going to bench you. I need another Toedscruel down, right? Toedscool, I mean. And then Toedscool for sure. And then do I want to get another something onto the bench? It's an interesting question, right? So I evolve you. I will... Okay, I'm going to attach energy, and then do I want to use the level ball? Well, that's part of my question, right? Do I want another... I think I want something on the bench, right? And I want a thin, so I think... Do I want another Cherubi? I'm going to bench another Toedscool. Let me see. No. I'm going to bench another Cherubi. Give myself that option. Since I only have one Toedscool EX's prize, right? I didn't discard him. So anyway, and I wanted to play that just to draw an extra card as well. Okay, not terrible. End turn. I have a Cherrim. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. So I play the Cherrim, and I might just Iono. I could Colress, because I don't know if I want to use the Ultra Ball or not. So we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens. So, look, this is a good matchup. I need to get... They're weak to me, so I need to do 120, so 80. I just need one energy on one bench Pokemon, right? But I need to retreat, so I'm probably going to have to retreat. So wait, what happened there? Oh, they did Artazon. Okay, Alolan Rattata. Okay, that's fine. And we'll see what happens. There's a reasonable chance I knock them out this turn. What are they going to gust up here? Okay, I mean, that's the most awkward one. His retreat cost is 2, so that's a smart play. Because now if I attach 2 to him and retreat, I don't get the knockout. So a very smart play there. So I don't want to give him more cards. So I'll Colress. I mean, in one sense, I would rather... So what else do I have here? I think I want to grab the boss, right? Boss is just good. So I haven't used my ability yet, have I? I don't think I want to, though. I think I'm going to not attack this turn, honestly. I'll put 1 here. I'm going to put 1 on the Toedscool, and then I'm just going to pass at this point. I could thin, but I don't think... All right, did I play Toedscool this turn? Actually, maybe... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to evolve. I'll keep the Klara and the boss. That's what I'll keep. Grab the EX here. And because I thin now, because now I draw 3 cards, so... No, I already did it, huh? No, I didn't do it. Okay, I was a little confused by the way it showed. I have an energy... all right. So now I can take the knockout, which is actually very good, right? So I'll ditch you. I'll grab 2 energies. So this is very nice for sure. I will do one here, one here. I'll pause at this point. Okay, I might want to keep this energy so I can, I have more energy that I need in play. Because to attack next turn, I need to manually attach to the Toedscruel. The Toedscruel. So anyway, so take the first 2 prizes. This should be a very good matchup. Okay, got the escape rope. I like that. If they gust up a barrel again, I can keep my energy in play. What have I lost zoned? Both my rods are gone. So that, okay, maybe that was bad play on my part. I don't know. I have boss though, so I probably just want to snag another 2 prizes. So the Alolan Raticate for 1 reversal energy puts me down to 10 HP. Actually, I don't think that's going to work, right? I think that's the effect of an attack, right? So I think as long as I have energy on my Pokemon, I'm safe from that, which is very good. It is very good. So, yeah. So I'm liking this situation here. So probably boss and take out this Roaring Moon next turn. Okay, so let's see. Ultra Ball, got rid of those cards. And it shows me what cards they Ultra Balled away, which is very nice, and what they drew. So it's very nice. It doesn't just say played Ultra Ball. So I'm poisoned, which goes into effect. That's okay, though. That really is okay. So I'm going to manually attack. Well, actually, I'm going to boss here, right? Boss, I want to take you out. I'm going to attach here so that I can definitely attack next turn with him if I need to. So I'm up 4 prizes. You know, it was a bad matchup for them, and now they're in a real lot of trouble, is what I'll say. They need to get Path in play in order to knock me out, to turn off my Protective Mycelium, in order to, say, one-shot me with Roaring Moon EX. So, and that's, if they do that, they do that. I'm not going to, it is what it is, right? But then I just come up and I take the knockout with this guy immediately after for games. So they can't really afford to play him. I guess they repoisoned us, which didn't matter, right? No, actually, it did, because he wasn't poisoned. So, and I was poisoned. It doesn't do anything more to me. So, and they did, all they did was poison the Radiant Greninja unnecessarily, I think, right? I believe. All right, so Artazon. All right, I probably didn't want Manaphy with this matchup, but it was what it was. I have Rope if I want to do something as well. I probably wait on Rope in case they try a boss stall. I think I keep Rope. It's my only switching card in deck. In one sense, Rope's not bad because I kind of like the idea of taking out one of these other pieces. I think it's more harmful. I think Radiant Greninja is definitely the card they want to get knocked out of the cards they have in play. So, excuse me. There. So, yeah, so things are going pretty well. Let's see what they bench. I don't have boss this turn. Okay, but they don't want to bench Roaring Moon because that gives them the potential loss of game next turn, on my next turn, right? I don't have it in hand. They don't know that, and obviously I still might draw something. So Ultra Ball would actually be very nice. Level Ball is okay. So make that play. I have one Bibarel. Well, I have Bibarel already in hand. I just need to get rid of some cards, right? That's what needs to happen. So I think I could have Rope if I'm worried about the damage as well. But I'm trying to think through, is there a way that helps my scenario? Am I worried about the 30 damage? It's going to be 40 and then 50 when it comes back to my turn. Is that going to cause me a knockout? But, okay, boss. Well, that's really good. So that means I have game in hand for next turn. But we'll see what they do. All right, they may disrupt my hand. Right, I can get Iono to 1, which it's not ideal, but I have Bibarel, so right, so that is where Bibarel is very good, and also with the new A-Spec, the one that, what, Unfair Stamp, I think it is, right? That puts your opponent down to 2 cards, then Bibarel helps with that. I mean, they get 2 cards, they draw for turn, they get to 3. So, okay, so I just have game here, and they're letting me take the game, it looks like. And I don't know if did they actually do anything, or have they stopped playing? Not certain, but anyway, so I had boss, so easy. All right, so they had not stopped playing because they conceded. I don't taking the concession right before I draw my prize. I don't love that. I got to say, I think they could have conceded earlier. They could have conceded before the ended turn. Why'd they let me make those plays? I don't know. Whatever. So why'd they let me attack before they conceded? I don't know. But anyway, the deck did well, and hey, that's a great matchup for this deck. All right, let's see what we can do here. 2-1 with the deck as I'm recording it, so that's pretty good. Lost in it was Charizard EX, which is a pretty good matchup because they're weak to grass. I did make a serious misplay in the middle of the game, but honestly, that didn't hurt the prize trade. So that wasn't really why I lost. I had two of my Toedschools were prized, and that meant I couldn't stream Toedscruels. That was the problem, right? I couldn't. I got into a spot where I couldn't take an attack on a turn, and that just cost me a game. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but this is far from good, though, right? Far from good. So they're going first. Rufflet. Trying to remember what he evolves to. Okay. I guess I have to hope they can't knock out my active. And I can use Clinging Pour, so I can get an energy on the bench, and it's not terrible next turn. It's not great, though. So I'm going to use this guy. Get down. Since I don't have, I want to get a Cherubi down, and I want to get another Toedscool down. Right? I mean, that's what I need to do here. So Toedscool, one is prized. Okay, so I will attach active, and I will attack this turn, right? I will attack. So it doesn't do any damage, but it will. I get accelerate energy from hand, so that adds another to one of my bench. I can't accelerate to the active, which is fine. If they knock out my active, I can attack this next turn for 80. If they don't knock out my active, I can attack for 120. So he does, 3 damage counters if I'm damaged, which right now I'm not. So, or they can attack with reversal. And it does confuse me as well, which isn't ideal, but okay, a growl this as well. The Hisuian Bravery, okay. It wasn't a bad hand, so I'm a bit sad about it, but it wasn't a great hand either, right? So let's see what happens. Okay, this is a better hand. So, I got to kind of think through what I want to do here. Now, that's what I'll say. I think I evolve into Toedscruel EX so they can retreat. They attach energy so they can retreat. Okay, that's the devolution, right? So we'll see what happens. I mean, they have Pidgeot EX, so if they get going, it's look out, right? Because then it gets them whatever card they want every turn. I don't play Path, so it works out very well. They play, so Bound Sweet. Okay. They have the Growlithe, I assume, evolves the Arcanine, and he one-shots me, so that part's not great. What are they going to send up here? Because they know he's getting knocked out, right? Okay. So they're not going to, so they give me the Fire one to take down, which, okay. I mean, that's okay with me. So what do I want to get in play here? Maybe another Cherubi? Let's see what's in deck, though, right? Another Cherubi is key, I think. I probably should have used that after, but I want to kind of see what I was drawing into. So attach. I mean, discard. Get a Toedscruel EX. What's the Toad? So 2. So 1 Toedscruel EX is prized. That's okay. Having the basics is more important than having the So at this point, I do take the knock. I want to Iono. I want to set up, could have prioritized getting a Bidoof down as well. I did not, obviously. Okay, well, this isn't bad. It's not bad. Okay, so, and I will just take the knockout and then see what they can do. It's, it's not going to be easy. Okay, got another Toedscool, which I'll probably bench, although I have to be careful because, actually, I need to get this energy accelerated, right? Because the protective mycelium will stop Hisuian Bravery, right? It actually really kind of ruins, I think, a lot of their deck, right? So Charizard EX, which right now it's looking like I cannot one-shot. Well, actually, I think I can, right? I have an energy to attach, and then if I get one more down, it's 80 plus another 80, 160. Oh no, I need, right, that gets to 320, so I'm 10 short still. So I need to get energy and Cherrim, which could happen still. I have Colress Experiment. I have Artazon to, I don't know if I want, yeah, I'll get down the Bidoof, right? Okay, so they're getting a fire attacker set up. So if I can take a prize if I can take 2 prizes this turn, I'm really liking my chances. Plus, the more energy I get spread around, the better I am against the, right? This is the guy that puts me down to 30 HP, if I recall. So 210. They're going to 2-shot me. I need to 1-shot them here, I would say, right? So let me make this play, partly just to thin the deck too, right? So this is what I want to play here. I have at the Toedscool. What's in the discard? I don't need this Pokemon, so I'm going to Colress. I need I need an energy, and I need, well, that's actually pretty good, right? So this, I think I can take the knockout now, right? Let's see what I do here. I am going to get rid of, they gave me Artazon, so I'll get rid of him. I think this gets me the knockout, and that is super, super nice, right? So right now, oh yeah, good. I almost clicked wrong there, which would have been very, very unhappy for me. And I'm going to put 1 on the Bidoof. Okay, and I think this gets me knockout, right? Let me just look here. 400. 400 is a nice amount to do. So I'm going to, and I'm going to play the Toedscool as well. So now I take 400. I have energy on 3 of my bench Pokemon, so that gives them nice protection as well. I don't know. I'm getting a thumbs down. Honestly, what's that for? I don't know. I had this the other day with a video where I got really annoyed, and that was, I was playing an Arcanine EX deck. They gave me a lot of thumbs down. What, they're attacking with Bibarel. Okay. All right. You might take the knockout with him. I grant you that. Okay. The good thing is I do knock him out, right? So don't have a great spot here, but it's okay. So boss, okay, that's all right. Unfortunately for you, I have Cherrim in hand. So, and honestly, I think your best bet, they didn't know it was in my hand. I would have thought they should have attacked into the Toedscruel and taken 2 prizes. All right, because that would have been, I think, worse for me. And I'm wondering if they have some bad prizes as well. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I could play the Rod. I have Boss, so they concede. I wasn't sure I was going to gust up, but I had Boss for knockout. So anyway, so there we go. 3 for 4 with the deck as I recorded it. It did quite well. And, based on what the meta is now, it's got a lot of good matchups against strong decks. So definitely Toedscruel EX with Cherrim is a very solid play. And, certainly I would encourage you to give it a try while you can, because Cherrim's going to rotate. Toedscruel does not, but Cherrim will. And it is a very nice way to play the deck. Take care.